Welcome to the Amazon, a realm of endless green, where mystery and wonder stretch as far as the eye can see. This is a world untouched by time, a living tapestry woven from countless species of plants and animals, each playing their part in the grand drama of survival. The Amazon is the largest rainforest on Earth, a place where life pulses in every corner. From the highest branches of the towering trees to the shadowy depths of the riverbeds, the jungle is alive with movement and sound. The air is thick and humid, heavy with the scent of wet earth, sweet blossoms, and the ever-present aroma of decaying leaves. Here, the ground is a living mosaic, where fungi bloom in vibrant colours and mosses blanket fallen logs, creating a soft, spongy carpet beneath the trees. Sunlight fights its way through the dense canopy, sending golden shafts that pierce the shadows and reveal glimpses of hidden creatures. In these pockets of light, the jungle reveals its secrets: tiny frogs clinging to leaves, insects glinting like jewels, and lizards darting between the shadows. The air vibrates with the calls of monkeys leaping from branch to branch, the constant hum of insects, and the distant cries of birds. Every sound is a signal, a warning, or a call for companionship in this wild, untamed world where only the strongest and most cunning survive. Imagine a world painted in 1,000 shades of green. The trees here are giants, their trunks rising straight and true, their branches interlocking high above to form a dense living roof. Epiphytes, plants that grow on other plants, cling to every available surface, their roots dangling in the moist air. Beneath this leafy ceiling, the forest floor is cloaked in perpetual twilight. Here shadows stretch long and deep, and the undergrowth is thick with ferns, saplings, and the twisted roots of ancient trees. Massive vines, as thick as a person's arm, snake their way from the treetops to the ground, creating natural bridges and tangled curtains that sway gently in the humid breeze. In the rare beams of sunlight, flocks of macaws and parrots burst into view, their feathers a riot of colour, scarlet, blue and gold, flashing as they dart between the trees, calling to one another in raucous voices. The ground is alive with movement. Armies of leafcutter ants march in endless lines, carrying pieces of leaves many times their own size. Beetles, spiders and centipedes scuttle through the leaf litter, each playing a vital role in the cycle of life and decay. This environment is breathtaking in its beauty, yet every shadow hides a potential danger. Predators and prey are locked in a constant struggle, and every day is a test of survival. At the heart of this green kingdom flows the mighty Amazon River, its winding path carving through the jungle and giving life to everything it touches. Countless streams and swamps branch off from the main river, creating a vast network of waterways. The waters are thick and brown, swirling with silt and secrets. Beneath the surface, a hidden world thrives: fish with razor-sharp teeth, armoured catfish, and creatures that have adapted to the darkness and the currents. In these murky depths, life is a constant battle. Predatory fish lurk in the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Electric eels glide silently through the water, their bodies capable of delivering powerful shocks to stun prey or defend against attackers. Ancient caimans, with their armoured hides and watchful eyes, patrol the riverbanks, unchanged for millions of years, a living link to the age of dinosaurs. The riverbanks are gathering places for wildlife. Here, tapirs, capybaras and deer come to drink, while jaguars and anacondas wait in ambush, hidden by the thick reeds and tangled roots. Every visit to the water is a risk, for predators are always near. A single misstep can mean the difference between life and death. In this vast green world, every creature has evolved remarkable abilities to survive. Some are masters of stealth, others of speed or strength, and all are shaped by the relentless demands of the jungle. Camouflage is a common strategy. Frogs and insects blend so perfectly with leaves and bark that they seem to vanish, invisible to both predator and prey. Others rely on speed, venom, or sheer power. Jaguars move like shadows, snakes strike with lightning speed, and monkeys use their strength and agility to swing through the treetops. The search for food and safety never ends. Every day brings new challenges, and every creature must adapt or perish. Journey deeper into the heart of the Amazon, where the forest grows denser and the mysteries multiply. Here the wild reigns supreme, and every step reveals new wonders. Witness the epic struggles between predator and prey, the breathtaking beauty of the landscape, and the astonishing diversity of life that makes the Amazon one of the most extraordinary places on our planet. Deep within the shadowy, silent swamps of the Amazon, where the air hangs thick with mist, and the water reflects the tangled canopy above, a true giant glides unseen. This is the domain of the mighty anaconda, a creature so elusive and mysterious that it has earned the name swamp phantom among the denizens of the wild. The anaconda is not just one of the largest snakes on Earth, it is a master of its environment, a silent ruler of the flooded forests and sluggish backwaters. Most of its life is spent submerged in the murky, shallow waters, weaving through a labyrinth of mangrove roots and thick, clinging mud. Here, the anaconda is almost invisible, its massive body blending seamlessly with the tangled undergrowth and the shifting shadows beneath the surface. The swamp is a world apart, eerily quiet, with only the occasional ripple or distant call of a bird breaking the stillness. The water barely stirs, and the heavy scent of wet earth and decaying leaves fills the air, creating a perfect haven for a creature that thrives on secrecy. In this watery labyrinth, the anaconda reigns supreme. Its patience is legendary. It can remain motionless for hours, its body hidden beneath floating vegetation, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. The anaconda is a creature of immense power and beauty. Its thick, muscular body is built for both stealth and strength, allowing it to move with surprising grace through the water or coil with crushing force around its prey. Adults can reach astonishing sizes, stretching up to 8 meters in length and weighing more than 200 kilograms. These giants are the undisputed titans of the swamp, their size alone enough to deter most would-be challengers. In the world of the Amazon, the anaconda's length rivals that of a caiman, and its weight surpasses that of nearly any other predator in its realm. Its skin is a marvel of natural engineering, a deep, mossy green adorned with large, circular black spots. This intricate pattern is more than just beautiful. It is the perfect camouflage, breaking up the snake's outline in the dappled light and shadow of the swamp. So effective is this disguise that fish, birds, and even capybaras may swim or wade within arm's reach, never suspecting the silent danger lurking just beneath the surface. The anaconda is the ultimate ambush predator, a master of surprise. Unlike many hunters, the anaconda does not rely on keen eyesight. Instead, it possesses an extraordinary sense of smell, allowing it to track the faintest chemical traces left by other animals in the water. Constantly, it flicks its forked tongue in and out, sampling the air and water for invisible clues. With each flick, the tongue gathers tiny chemical particles, not to taste but to smell, decoding the stories written in the water by every creature that passes through. These particles are delivered to the Jacobson's organ, a specialized sensory structure in the roof of the mouth, which translates them into a detailed chemical map of the swamp. With this remarkable ability, the anaconda can sense the presence of fish, birds, capybaras, and even caimans long before they are visible or audible. It knows when prey is near and when rivals or threats are approaching. When it hunts, the anaconda becomes a living shadow. It lies in wait, perfectly still, its body pressed against the muddy bottom or hidden beneath floating plants. Sometimes It will wait for hours, even days, for the right moment when a capybara, a deer, or a flock of birds comes to drink or bathe at the water's edge. Only its eyes and nostrils break the surface, allowing it to breathe and watch without revealing its presence. The rest of its massive form remains hidden, a silent force beneath the water. When the moment comes, the anaconda erupts from the water with astonishing speed and power, launching itself at its unsuspecting prey. The attack is sudden, explosive, a blur of muscle and scales. Its jaws, lined with sharp, backward-pointing teeth, clamp down on the victim, while its powerful coils wrap around in an unbreakable embrace. The anaconda's grip is relentless, its strength unmatched in the swamp. Here, in this watery world, the mighty anaconda is both phantom and king, an apex predator whose story is written in every ripple and shadow of the Amazon. Deep within the tangled waterways and flooded forests of the Amazon, the anaconda reigns as a silent, shadowy force. Its method of killing is not with venom, but with pure, raw power, an ancient strategy honed by countless generations of survival in a world where danger lurks at every turn. This hunting technique, known as constriction, is both brutal and efficient. The anaconda waits, motionless, blending perfectly with the muddy water and tangled roots, until an unsuspecting animal, perhaps a capybara, caiman, or even a bird, ventures too close. In a sudden burst of speed, the snake lunges, seizing its prey with powerful jaws. Instantly it coils its massive, muscular body around the animal's chest, squeezing with relentless force. Every time the captured animal exhales, the anaconda tightens its grip a little more, making it impossible for the victim to breathe in again. The struggle is silent, save for the splashing of water and the desperate thrashing of the prey. The pressure is immense, enough to stop the flow of blood, crush bones, and bring even the strongest animals to a swift end. This is the anaconda's way, a test of patience, strength, and perfect timing. Once the prey is subdued, the anaconda begins the slow, astonishing process of swallowing it whole. Its jaw, unhinged and flexible, stretches impossibly wide, allowing the snake to consume animals much larger than its own head. But life for the anaconda is not just about hunting. It is also about survival in a world filled with challenges, finding food, avoiding predators, and ensuring the next generation of swamp phantoms. The arrival of the rainy season transforms the Amazon. Rivers swell, forests flood, and the world becomes a vast watery labyrinth. For the anaconda, this is the signal to begin its most important journey, reproduction. A female ready to mate releases a special chemical signal, a pheromone, into the water. This invisible message drifts through the currents, carried far and wide. Males, driven by instinct, follow the scent trail, sometimes travelling great distances through the flooded forest to find her. It is not uncommon to see a single large female encircled by several smaller males, all vying for the chance to pass on their genes. The competition is fierce but silent, a slow-motion struggle beneath the water's surface. This tangled mass of snakes, known as a breeding ball, can last for weeks. Males wrestle for position, each hoping to be the one to mate, while the female endures the attention, her survival instincts as sharp as ever. After mating, the female carries her eggs inside her body for several months, her form growing heavy and swollen as the young develop. Unlike many other snakes, the anaconda does not lay eggs in a nest. Instead, she gives birth to live young, releasing them into the muddy waters of the swamp. She seeks out a safe, secluded spot, perhaps a pile of rotting wood or a dense mat of leaves, where she can deliver her babies away from prying eyes and hungry mouths. A single female can give birth to dozens of tiny anacondas, each one a perfect miniature of its parents, already equipped with the instincts they need to survive. From the moment they are born, these young snakes are completely on their own. There is no parental care, no guidance, only the endless instinctive drive to survive. The swamp is filled with dangers for the young anaconda. Predatory fish, caimans and even larger snakes all pose a threat. Only the most cautious and clever will survive their first year. Even for adults, life is a constant battle. While a full-grown anaconda is a top predator in the water, it faces significant challenges on land. Its massive, heavy body, so powerful and graceful in the swamp, becomes slow and awkward when it must cross the forest floor. On land, the anaconda is vulnerable. Its slow, lumbering movements make it an easy target for predators lurking in the shadows. The jaguar, another apex predator of the Amazon, is a master of stealth and strength. It stalks the anaconda, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. If caught out of the water, especially after a large meal when it is sluggish and slow, the mighty anaconda can find itself in a desperate fight for its life. The struggle is fierce, a clash of titans in the heart of the jungle, and a reminder that even the most powerful hunters are never truly safe. The anaconda's world is one of constant challenge: predators, floods, droughts, and the never-ending search for food. Yet, through patience, strength, and the wisdom of instinct, the swamp phantom endures, a living legend in the heart of the Amazon. Deep within the tangled heart of the Amazon, a shadow glides silently between shafts of golden light and the cool green gloom. This is the domain of the jaguar, a creature whose presence is felt long before it is ever seen. With each step, the jaguar moves as if it is part of the forest itself, a living embodiment of stealth and power. Panthera onca, the jaguar, is a master of the night. Its eyes, glowing with an inner fire, pierce the darkness, scanning for the faintest flicker of movement. In the world of shadows, it is the undisputed ruler, a phantom whose approach is betrayed only by the softest rustle of leaves. The jaguar is the largest and most formidable big cat in the Americas. It is a solitary wanderer, patrolling vast territories that can stretch for many kilometers, marked by scent and silent passage. Each jaguar's domain is a kingdom of tangled vines, flooded forests and winding rivers, fiercely defended from all intruders. In the dense undergrowth, the jaguar's movements are almost supernatural. It glides through the foliage, muscles rippling beneath its golden coat, every step calculated and silent. The forest is its hunting ground, and every shadow could conceal its next meal. Agile and fearless, the jaguar climbs high into the trees, using the tangled branches as vantage points to survey its territory or to ambush unsuspecting prey from above. When the forest floor gives way to water, the jaguar is undeterred. It slips into the river with barely a ripple, its powerful limbs propelling it through the dark, swirling currents. Here it is as much at home as any fish or caiman. The jaguar's body is a marvel of predatory design, muscular, compact and built for explosive bursts of power. Its shoulders and jaws are especially robust, giving it the strength to tackle prey much larger than itself. Unlike its distant cousins, the leopard and the tiger, the jaguar is stockier and more heavily built, favouring brute strength over speed. This allows it to ambush and overpower prey in the tangled close quarters of the rainforest. A large male jaguar can stretch over 2 meters from nose to tail and weigh more than 100 kilograms, a formidable presence along the riverbanks and forest trails. Its coat is a tapestry of gold and black, each rosette a mark of its lineage and a tool for survival. The intricate patterns break up its outline, rendering it nearly invisible in the dappled sunlight and shifting shadows of the forest. This camouflage is so effective that the jaguar can lie in wait just meters from its prey, unseen and unheard, until the perfect moment to strike. Patient and calculating, the jaguar watches from the shadows, its body pressed low to the ground, every muscle coiled in anticipation. But it is the jaguar's bite that truly sets it apart. Its jaws are the most powerful of any big cat, capable of crushing bone and shell with ease. With a bite force of around 1,500 pounds per square inch, the jaguar can shatter the armour of river turtles and pierce the thick hide of caimans. Along the river banks, it launches itself at unsuspecting caimans, clamping its jaws around their necks with unyielding strength. It can crack open the toughest turtle shells, feasting on the rich meat inside. The jaguar's signature move is a single devastating bite to the back of the skull, crushing the brain and ending the hunt in an instant. While other big cats may suffocate their prey with a bite to the throat, the jaguar's method is swift and merciless, a testament to its raw power. This unique technique allows the jaguar to hunt armoured and dangerous animals that few other predators would dare to challenge. The jaguar is a true opportunist, its diet as varied as the Amazon itself. It stalks silently through the undergrowth, ever alert for the scent or sound of potential prey. Over 85 species fall within its menu, from deer and monkeys to armadillos, birds and even snakes. Nothing is off limits for this adaptable hunter. In the trees, it stalks monkeys and birds, moving with a grace that belies its size. On the ground, it chases down large rodents like the capybara, using bursts of speed and overwhelming strength to bring them down. But it is in the water that the jaguar's versatility truly shines. It is the only big cat that regularly hunts aquatic prey, slipping into rivers and swamps with silent confidence. Here it hunts caimans, turtles, and even large fish, using its powerful jaws to snatch and subdue its quarry beneath the surface. The jaguar's adaptability is its greatest strength. From flooded forests to dry uplands, from tangled vines to open riverbanks, it thrives in every corner of the Amazon. As the apex predator of this vast and complex ecosystem, the jaguar shapes the balance of life in the Amazon. Its presence keeps prey populations in check, and its absence would echo through the forest, altering the delicate web of life that depends on its silent, watchful reign. Deep within the emerald labyrinth of the Amazon, the jaguar reigns as a silent, elusive monarch. These magnificent cats are solitary by nature, each one carving out a secretive existence, moving like a shadow through the tangled undergrowth. Their world is a realm of dappled sunlight, thick vines, and the constant hum of life, an ancient kingdom where every leaf and shadow holds a story of survival. Each jaguar claims a vast territory, fiercely guarding it from intruders. They mark their domain with pungent scents and deep claw marks etched into tree trunks, silent warnings to any rival that dares to trespass. These invisible boundaries are respected by all, for a confrontation between jaguars is a rare and dangerous event. During the heat of the day, the jaguar retreats to a secluded perch, a sturdy branch high above the forest floor, or a cool, leafy thicket where it can vanish from sight. Here it rests in perfect stillness, conserving energy for the relentless demands of the hunt. As the sun dips below the canopy and the forest glows with the golden light of dawn and dusk, the jaguar comes alive. These are the hours of the hunter when shadows lengthen and the world is painted in mystery. The jaguar moves with purpose, its senses sharpened, every muscle coiled for action. In the darkness, the jaguar's world expands. Its eyes pierce the gloom, catching the faintest glimmer of movement. Its ears swivel, attuned to the softest rustle or distant cry. With these gifts, the jaguar becomes a master of ambush, able to strike with deadly precision. Only the call of instinct can draw two jaguars together. When the time is right, a female signals her readiness, and the air fills with the tension of a rare encounter. The female leaves a trail of scent and powerful calls that echo through the trees, a message carried on the wind. Her signals are unmistakable, drawing a wandering male from the shadows. For a brief moment, the two jaguars share their solitary worlds. They move together through the forest, a fleeting partnership that lasts only a few days before the male slips away, leaving the female to face the challenges ahead alone. After a gestation of about 100 days, the female seeks out a hidden den, deep within the tangled roots and thick foliage. Here, she brings new life into the world, 1 to 4 tiny cubs, blind and helpless, their future uncertain in the wild heart of the Amazon. The cubs are born into darkness, their eyes sealed shut, utterly dependent on their mother's warmth and milk. For weeks, the den is their entire universe, a fragile sanctuary against the dangers that lurk beyond. The mother is ever watchful, her senses on high alert. She is both guardian and teacher, ready to defend her young with unmatched ferocity against any threat that dares approach. As the cubs grow, she leads them into the world beyond the den, guiding them through the maze of roots and shadows. For 6 months, every step is a lesson in survival, every moment a test of their growing skills. The cubs learn by watching and imitating. They stalk insects and small animals, practicing the art of patience and the deadly pounce. Under their mother's watchful gaze, they master the secrets of the hunt. But the jungle is a place of constant peril. Hidden in the shadows, rivals and predators wait. Large snakes like the anaconda and even other male jaguars pose a deadly threat to the vulnerable cubs. Many cubs will not survive their first year. The struggle for life is relentless, and only the strongest, most cunning will live to claim a territory of their own. In this kingdom, the jaguar is not without rivals. The anaconda, a giant serpent of the waterways, is a formidable adversary. Where land meets water, their domains overlap, and the balance of power is ever shifting. The anaconda glides silently through the rivers and flooded forests, a master of stealth beneath the surface. On land, the jaguar's strength and agility make it the undisputed ruler, but near the water's edge, the contest is far from settled. When these two titans meet, the air crackles with tension. Each is a master in its own realm, and their encounters are rare but unforgettable, a true test of power and cunning. If a jaguar discovers an anaconda basking in the sun, it will strike with lightning speed, using its powerful jaws and claws to subdue the serpent before it can slip away. The jaguar's bite is legendary, able to pierce bone and scale alike. Its claws rake and grip, turning the struggle into a deadly dance of strength and will, but the anaconda is not easily defeated. If the battle shifts to the water, the snake's immense coils can ensnare the jaguar, dragging it into the depths where the advantage is reversed. These epic confrontations are a testament to the fierce competition that shapes the Amazon. In this tangled web of life, every creature is both hunter and hunted, and the struggle for survival never ends. The jaguar's kingdom is a place of beauty and danger, where only the most skilled and adaptable can hope to endure. Deep within the winding rivers and shadowy lagoons of the Amazon, a silent shadow glides beneath the surface. This is the domain of the caiman, a living relic whose lineage stretches back to the age of the dinosaurs. For over 60 million years, the caiman's ancestors have haunted these waters, their bodies honed by time into perfect predatory machines. The caiman, a close relative of alligators and crocodiles, is a master of adaptation. Its form is a testament to survival, unchanged in the face of shifting continents and evolving rivals. Every muscle, every scale, every tooth is a product of ancient design. With infinite patience, the caiman lies in wait, motionless for hours, its body perfectly camouflaged among drifting logs and tangled roots. Only the faint ripple of water betrays its presence as it becomes one with the river's secrets. Its armor is formidable. Thick, bony plates called osteoderms shield its back and flanks, glinting in the dappled sunlight. This natural suit of armour deflects the bites and claws of would-be attackers, a shield forged by eons of predation and survival. The caiman's senses are exquisitely tuned for ambush. Its eyes and nostrils perch atop its skull, allowing it to see and breathe while the rest of its body remains hidden beneath the water's surface, invisible to unsuspecting prey. But the caiman's most fearsome weapon is its jaw, a marvel of evolutionary engineering. Muscles ripple beneath the scaly skin, ready to unleash a bite of astonishing force. When the moment comes, the jaws snap shut with a force of up to 3,000 psi, crushing bone and sinew in an instant. Few creatures can escape once caught in this ancient trap. The caiman's diet is as varied as the Amazon itself. Fish darting through the shallows, birds pausing for a drink, mammals venturing too close to the water's edge. All a potential prey for this opportunistic hunter. Each strike is swift, precise, and deadly. The caiman is the master of the ambush. It waits perfectly still as the jungle's chorus echoes around it. When a creature approaches the water, the caiman's patience is rewarded. In a sudden explosion of power, the caiman lunges from the depths, jaws wide, seizing its victim and dragging it into the murky embrace of the river. There the struggle ends and the caiman feasts. Yet, for all their might, caimans begin life in peril. From the moment the eggs crack open, hatchlings are thrust into a world of danger, their tiny bodies no match for the predators that roam the Amazon. The mother caiman, driven by ancient instinct, builds a nest from rotting vegetation, carefully concealing her eggs within the humid mound. The warmth of decomposition cradles the fragile shells, nurturing the next generation. The nest steams in the Amazon's humidity, the heat from decaying plants, providing the perfect incubator for the developing young. But the jungle is relentless. Monkeys, large lizards, and other cunning predators prowl the riverbanks, drawn by the scent of eggs. Many nests are raided, the promise of new life devoured before it can begin. Those hatchlings that emerge face a gauntlet. Barely 20 centimetres long, they scurry toward the water, their journey fraught with peril at every step. Large birds circle overhead, snakes slither through the grass, and even the river itself is filled with hungry mouths. Many young caimans are snatched away before they ever reach the safety of the water. For those that survive, life remains a constant struggle. Juvenile caimans swim cautiously, hiding among reeds and roots, always alert for danger. The Amazon is a land of giants and hunters. Jaguars stalk the riverbanks, ever watchful for a careless young caiman. Even the most vigilant can fall prey to these silent assassins. A young caiman, just over a metre long, may feel bold and confident, but inexperience is a dangerous flaw. The river teaches harsh lessons to those who let their guard down. Sometimes a young caiman's ambition leads it to challenge the wrong adversary. An anaconda, coiled and waiting, can overpower even a fierce young caiman, constricting and swallowing it whole in a deadly embrace. In the Amazon, every creature is both hunter and hunted. Even the mighty caiman, armoured and armed, must respect the balance of power. One mistake, one moment of carelessness, and the roles of predator and prey are reversed. Here, survival is a never-ending war, and only the most cunning and resilient endure. Not all of the Amazon's most remarkable animals are fierce predators. Some, like the capybara, have mastered the art of survival through gentleness, intelligence, and community. Along the lush, winding riverbanks, the capybara makes its home. This gentle giant is the world's largest rodent, and its life is a testament to the power of social bonds. An adult capybara can weigh up to 65 kilograms, rivaling the size of a large dog. Their impressive bulk is matched by a calm, unhurried demeanour. With a barrel-shaped body, short sturdy legs, and a face adorned with small rounded ears and gentle sleepy-looking eyes, the capybara is built for a life spent between land and water. Their coarse brownish fur is perfectly suited for their semi-aquatic lifestyle. As strict herbivores, capybaras feed exclusively on plants, grazing on tender grasses and aquatic vegetation. Each day, capybaras move in loose formation along the water's edge, their heads lowered as they graze. The river is never far away, a constant source of food, safety and comfort. The heart of capybara life is the group. These animals are deeply social, forming tight-knit herds that can number over 20 individuals. Within these groups, bonds are forged and maintained through grooming, vocalizations, and constant companionship. Family groups are made up of several adult females, their young, a dominant male, and sometimes subordinate males. The dominant male keeps watch, ever alert to threats, while the others rest, feed, or play. Living in a group is their greatest defense. When danger lurks, the capybaras huddle together, their senses heightened, each individual relying on the vigilance of the others. With so many eyes and ears scanning the surroundings, it becomes much harder for a predator to approach unnoticed. The capybara's world is one of constant communication. Soft whistles, purrs and barks echo through the reeds. If a sentinel spots danger, it lets out a sharp, barking alarm. Instantly the group reacts as one, a living network of trust and cooperation. In a flash, the entire herd stampedes for the water, their main sanctuary from the many predators that stalk the Amazon's banks. The river is their shield, a place where few enemies dare to follow. Capybaras are masterful swimmers. Their webbed feet propel them gracefully beneath the surface, and they can remain submerged for several minutes, hidden from view, their nostrils just above the waterline. Life for a capybara is a delicate balance. Their days are spent grazing, swimming and resting in the shade, but always with a sense of watchfulness. Danger is never far away. Nearly every top predator in the Amazon sees the capybara as a prize. Their size and abundance make them a favourite target. For the stealthy jaguar, a capybara is a substantial meal, and the big cat's silent approach is a constant threat. The anaconda, lurking in the shallows, waits for the perfect moment to strike, using the water as cover for its ambush. Even the caiman, a formidable river predator, will seize any capybara that strays too close to its jaws. Surrounded by so many dangers, capybaras must remain vigilant at all times. Their survival depends on their ability to sense threats and respond as a unified group. Social bonds and the ever-present river are their greatest allies. Through grooming, play and shared vigilance, the group weaves a web of protection that shields each member from harm. Despite the constant threats, capybaras flourish. Their herds thrive in the lush Amazon, a testament to the strength of their social structure and adaptability. New life begins on land, where a female gives birth to a litter of 4 or 5 babies, surrounded by the protective presence of her group. The young are born remarkably well developed, their eyes open, their bodies covered in soft fur, ready to face the world from their very first moments. Within hours, the babies are on their feet, able to walk, swim and graze alongside their elders. This early independence is vital in a world where danger is ever present. The herd instinctively gathers the young in the centre, encircling them with the strength and vigilance of the adults. Here the babies are safest, shielded from prowling predators. In the heart of the group, the next generation of capybaras learns the rhythms of Amazon life, how to graze, swim and stay alert. Through unity, intelligence and the bonds of family, the capybara endures, thriving in a world where only the clever and the connected survive. The Amazon rainforest is a vast, tangled world, but even here its most formidable predators cannot avoid each other forever. Their domains overlap, and the boundaries between their territories are blurred by the winding rivers and dense forests that all must share. The muddy banks and forest trails are crisscrossed with the tracks of jaguars, anacondas and caimans, each footprint a silent testament to the constant invisible war for dominance. When these titans meet, the air thickens with tension. A jaguar and an anaconda, both masters of ambush, may find themselves face to face at the river's edge. The jaguar's golden eyes lock onto the snake's unblinking stare, each calculating the other's next move. The riverbank becomes a stage for a deadly contest. The jaguar circles, muscles rippling beneath its spotted coat, searching for an opening. The anaconda, coiled and patient, waits for the cat to come too close, ready to strike with lightning speed. These battles are not driven by hatred, but by necessity. Each predator is fighting for survival, for territory, and for the right to feed in a world where every meal is hard won. Picture an anaconda, its body swollen from a recent feast, basking sluggishly on the muddy shore. Its senses are dulled, its movements slow, a rare moment of vulnerability for this usually formidable hunter. In this state, the anaconda is exposed, unable to slip away quickly or defend itself with its usual strength. Meanwhile, a jaguar prowls through the undergrowth, its nose twitching as it picks up the faint scent of the snake. The big cat's padded paws make no sound on the leaf litter, and its body hugs the ground as it stalks closer. With a sudden burst of speed, the jaguar launches itself at the anaconda, jaws aiming for the vulnerable skull. The snake thrashes, but the cat's bite is precise, evolved to pierce bone and end the struggle swiftly. On solid ground, the jaguar's agility and power give it the upper hand. The anaconda, so deadly in water, is awkward and slow, unable to escape the predator's relentless assault. Here, the environment decides the victor. The jaguar, master of the forest floor, claims its prize, while the anaconda's strength is wasted far from the water's edge. But the balance of power shifts with the setting. At the river's edge, the rules change. A jaguar, thirsty and alert, approaches the water to drink or to hunt. Its eyes scan the shadows, but the surface hides more than it reveals. Beneath the murky water, an anaconda lies in wait, its body perfectly camouflaged among the roots and silt. The snake's patience is legendary. It can wait for hours, motionless, for the perfect moment. In a flash, the anaconda erupts from the water, jaws wide, aiming to seize the jaguar by the neck or leg. The attack is sudden, a calculated gamble that relies on surprise and overwhelming force. Now the jaguar is the one at a disadvantage, dragged toward the water where the snake's strength is greatest. The anaconda coils around its prey, muscles tightening with crushing force. In the water, the snake's grip is nearly unbreakable, and the jaguar must fight with every ounce of strength and every weapon it has, claws, teeth, and raw determination. The struggle is fierce and desperate, a test of endurance and will. Sometimes the jaguar breaks free, battered but alive. Other times the snake's patience and power win the day. Yet even the mighty Caiman, armoured and ancient, is not immune to these dangers. In the tangled waterways, it too must watch for the silent approach of a jaguar or the sudden strike of an anaconda. A young caiman, basking on the bank, is a tempting target. Both jaguar and anaconda see opportunity in its inexperience and size. The jaguar's strategy is swift and brutal, a leap onto the caiman's back, jaws crushing bone in a single decisive bite. The fight is over almost before it begins. The anaconda, on the other hand, prefers stealth. It waits in the shallows, then strikes with a sudden surge, wrapping its coils around the struggling reptile and pulling it under. These encounters are not isolated events, but threads in a vast, intricate web. Each predator is both hunter and hunted, each encounter shaped by strategy, strength, and the ever-changing environment. In the Amazon, the line between predator and prey is razor-thin. Every animal, from the stealthy jaguar to the patient anaconda and the armoured caiman, must remain vigilant, because in this world, danger is always just a heartbeat away. In the heart of the Amazon, life is a relentless, never-ending contest. Every moment from the first golden rays of dawn to the deep shadows of night, the jungle pulses with the energy of countless creatures locked in a struggle for existence. For every creature, whether it's the tiniest insect clinging to a dew-soaked leaf or the mighty jaguar stalking through the undergrowth, each day is a test of survival, a challenge to outwit, outrun, or outlast the competition. The rules are simple but unforgiving. To survive, you must be stronger, faster, or more cunning than those around you. Every animal, plant, and even fungus is part of this intricate web, each playing a role in the endless cycle of life and death. The anaconda, a silent phantom beneath the water's surface, glides with barely a ripple, its senses tuned to the faintest vibrations. It waits, patient and unseen, for the perfect moment to strike. The jaguar, master of stealth, moves like a shadow through the tangled vines. Its powerful jaws and silent paws make it a fearsome hunter. But even it must remain vigilant, for danger lurks everywhere. The caiman, armoured and ancient, lies motionless at the river's edge. Its patience is its greatest weapon, waiting for the right moment to snap its jaws shut on unsuspecting prey. The capybara, gentle and social, finds safety in numbers. Their tight-knit groups and affinity for water help them evade predators, each member alert to the slightest sign of danger. Every animal is equipped with its own arsenal, claws, teeth, camouflage, or venom, each adaptation a response to the challenges of the jungle. The Amazon is a world where the roles of hunter and hunted are in constant flux. A predator one moment may become prey the next, and every encounter ripples through the ecosystem. In a heartbeat, the tables can turn. The hunter's triumph can become a desperate flight as the jungle's balance shifts with every heartbeat. A young caiman, emboldened by hunger, hunts for fish in the shallows, unaware that an anaconda glides silently nearby, ready to seize its own opportunity. Even the mighty anaconda, after a successful hunt, becomes vulnerable as it digests its meal on the riverbank. A jaguar, sensing weakness, approaches with lethal intent. This relentless pressure for survival ensures that only the most adaptable and resilient creatures pass on their genes, shaping the jungle's future with every generation. Over millions of years, this brutal but beautiful system has given rise to a dazzling array of life. Each species a masterpiece of adaptation, each one a vital thread in the rainforest's tapestry. Beyond the famous predators, the Amazon teems with specialists, creatures whose lives are woven into the fabric of the forest in ways both subtle and profound. Bats flit through the darkness, using echoes to navigate the tangled night. The vampire bat, a master of stealth, feeds on the blood of larger animals, its survival tied to the presence of others. Giant river otters, working together in tight-knit families, hunt fish and even challenge caimans. Their teamwork a testament to the power of cooperation. Poison dart frogs, their skin ablaze with warning colours, carry potent toxins that deter would-be predators, their survival a delicate balance between risk and reward. Each animal, from the canopy to the forest floor, has carved out a niche, an intricate role in the grand design of the Amazon. Their lives are intertwined, each species' fate linked to the others. This breathtaking diversity, this web of connections, is what makes the Amazon so extraordinary and irreplaceable. The story of the Amazon is a never-ending dance, a swirling, beautiful and terrifying contest where every life is both a participant and a prize. The swamp phantom, the night assassin, the ancient hunter and the gentle giant, each is a vital character in this living epic, their destinies forever entwined. Together they embody the wild, untamed spirit of the rainforest, their lives a testament to the power and mystery of nature. Their struggles and triumphs remind us that the Amazon is a world ruled by natural law, where every creature's fate is bound to the fate of others, and every heartbeat echoes through the jungle. To survive here, every animal must be a master of its craft, alert, adaptable, and perfectly attuned to the rhythms of the wild. In this endless fight for survival, every life is precious, every connection vital, and the story of the Amazon continues, forever unfolding in the shadows and sunlight of the world's greatest rainforest. Beneath the towering trees and swirling rivers, a hidden kingdom thrives, one that shapes the very foundation of the Amazon. This is the world of insects, an astonishing realm teeming with life and complexity. Here, millions of tiny architects, engineers and warriors play out their own miniature dramas, often unseen but never insignificant. Leafcutter ants march in endless lines, carving their way through the forest floor. With powerful jaws, they harvest fragments of leaves, carrying them back to their subterranean colonies. But these leaves are not food. Instead, the ants use them to cultivate a special fungus, a crop carefully tended and guarded by the colony, a partnership perfected over millennia. Every ant has a role, from soldiers defending the nest to workers caring for the queen and her brood. Nearby, the bullet ant patrols the shadows, its sting renowned as one of the most painful in the rainforest. Its venom is a weapon, a warning to would-be predators, ensuring the survival of its colony in a world where danger is ever present. Yet even this formidable insect must remain vigilant, for parasitic wasps and cunning predators lurk in the undergrowth, each seeking their own advantage. High in the canopy, dazzling blue morpho-butterflies glide on shimmering wings, their iridescence both a cloak and a signal, confusing predators and attracting mates. Camouflage stick insects blend seamlessly with twigs and leaves, vanishing from sight in a masterclass of deception. Meanwhile, the assassin bug prowls with silent precision, its piercing mouthparts ready to ambush unsuspecting prey. Termites build towering mounds, engineering complex ventilation systems that regulate temperature and humidity. Their colonies recycle dead wood and plant matter, returning vital nutrients to the soil and fueling the forest's endless growth. Dung beetles, too, play a crucial role, breaking down waste, aerating the earth, and keeping the jungle floor fertile. These insects, from the smallest ant to the largest beetle, are the unsung heroes of the Amazon. Their lives may be brief, but their impact is profound. They pollinate flowers, disperse seeds, and form the foundation of the food web, supporting creatures great and small. Every adaptation, every survival strategy is a response to the challenges of the rainforest, a testament to the power of evolution and the interconnectedness of life. In this hidden world, the struggle for survival is no less fierce, the story is no less remarkable. Together, these tiny titans sustain the Amazon, weaving the intricate tapestry that allows the rainforest to flourish. Theirs is a story of resilience, cooperation, and endless transformation, a secret world vital and vibrant beneath our feet. High above the forest floor, where sunlight filters through a living ceiling of leaves, another world awakens, the Amazon canopy. Here in this lofty realm, life unfolds on a stage of endless green. Sloths move in slow motion, their shaggy coats blending perfectly with moss and lichen as they navigate the tangled branches, feeding on tender leaves and dozing in hidden cradles. Agile spider monkeys leap with breathtaking grace, their long limbs and prehensile tails carrying them across dizzying gaps in search of ripened fruit and fresh shoots. Among the branches, vibrant toucans flash their oversized bills, plucking berries and calling out in raucous bursts. Parrots streak through shafts of sunlight, their emerald and scarlet feathers painting the air as they chatter and squabble in noisy flocks. Tiny tamarin monkeys, ever watchful, forage for insects and nectar, relying on teamwork to outwit the snakes and raptors that patrol the treetops. Here every inch is contested. Tree frogs cling to glossy leaves, their skin a palette of electric colours warning predators of hidden toxins. Gliding through the shadows, the emerald tree boa coils silently, waiting to ambush passing prey. High above, harpy eagles perch in stately silence, their powerful talons poised to seize an unwary monkey or sloth. The canopy is alive with constant movement, a tapestry of survival and adaptation. Bromeliads collect rainwater, creating miniature ponds where tadpoles grow and insects breed. Orchids bloom in impossible places, their roots anchored to bark and moss, relying on pollinators drawn by their intoxicating scents. Each day brings new challenges, storms that batter the treetops, fierce competition for food and territory, and the ever-present threat of falling. Yet, through cooperation, camouflage and astonishing agility, the animals of the Amazon canopy endure. Together they form a vibrant community shaping the very heart of the rainforest and ensuring that life above the forest floor is as rich and complex as the world below. As daylight fades and the emerald towers dissolve into silhouette, the Amazon undergoes a breathtaking transformation. Darkness settles like a velvet curtain, and a new cast of characters emerges, creatures uniquely adapted to thrive beneath the cloak of night. Hidden among the tangled roots and fallen leaves, the glass frog awakens. Its translucent skin glimmers in the moonlight as it calls softly, hoping to attract a mate while staying invisible to prowling predators. Above, the haunting cries of night monkeys echo through the canopy. With enormous eyes that capture every scrap of light, these primates move nimbly through the shadows, feasting on fruit and insects that only reveal themselves after dusk. On silent wings, the spectacled owl glides between branches, its keen vision and razor-sharp talons making it a terror of the treetops. Below, ocelots prowl the undergrowth, their spotted coats melting into dappled patterns of moonlight and shadow. Every step is deliberate, every movement cloaked in silence as they stalk frogs, rodents, and even unsuspecting roosting birds. The forest floor teems with life. Armoured anteaters break open termite mounds, their long tongues searching for a midnight feast. Bioluminescent fungi glow with eerie light, illuminating trails for hunting beetles and curious frogs. In shallow pools, caimans lie in wait, their eyes reflecting the faintest glimmer of starlight, ready to snap at anything that disturbs the water's surface. Everywhere, danger lurks. The jaguar slips through the murk, its padded paws muffling its approach as it hunts for prey bold enough to venture out after dark. Poison dart frogs, their colours muted in the absence of sun, still carry deadly secrets in their skin, warning would-be predators to keep their distance. The night belongs to those who can master its secrets. Bats flutter through the trees, navigating by echolocation, snatching up insects drawn to blooming night flowers. Leaf-cutter ants march in endless lines, harvesting by moonlight to avoid the heat and dangers of the day. In the Amazon, the night is alive, a symphony of calls, rustles, and fleeting shadows. Here survival depends on senses sharpened by darkness, on camouflage, patience, and the ability to vanish at a moment's notice. Until the first rays of dawn pierce the canopy, the nocturnal world reigns supreme, mysterious and untamed. Beneath the mirrored surface of the Amazon River lies a world as rich and mysterious as the jungle above. Here, sunlight filters down in shifting beams, illuminating drifting clouds of silt and revealing a tapestry of life few ever witness. Dense forests of aquatic plants sway gently in the current, their emerald leaves offering refuge for countless creatures. Among the tangled roots and submerged branches, electric eels glide silently, their serpentine bodies pulsing with invisible energy. These enigmatic hunters use bursts of electricity to stun prey and navigate the murky waters. Nearby, the armoured bodies of giant arapaimas, some stretching over 2 meters long, move with surprising grace, rising occasionally to gulp air from above. Schools of neon tetras and discus fish flash vibrant blues and reds as they dart between sheltering stems, while beneath them the camouflaged forms of catfish sift through leaf litter for scraps of food. In still pools along the riverbank, glassy-eyed piranhas hover in tight formation, their silver scales glinting in the dappled light, waiting for the scent of opportunity. Amphibians, too, make their home in these waters. The Amazon's vast wetlands come alive with the chorus of horned frogs and the silent drift of Sicilians, limbless, secretive creatures that burrow through mud and leaf debris. Along the river's edge, the floating mats of water hyacinths provide shelter for tadpoles and young fish, while tangled roots hide tiny turtles and the occasional lurking caiman. Everywhere life is locked in a delicate balance of predator and prey, camouflage and display. The underwater jungle is a maze of hiding places and hunting grounds where survival depends on quick reflexes and the ability to blend into a world of shadows and shifting light. Here, in the hidden depths of the Amazon River, the struggle for life is relentless, beautiful, and endlessly surprising, a secret kingdom beneath the surface, teeming with wonders yet to be discovered. As the months pass, the Amazon reveals its most astonishing secret. It is a world in constant transformation. Here the seasons are not marked by cold and heat, but by the rise and fall of water. When the rains arrive, the river swells, flooding vast stretches of forest. Ancient trees stand ankle-deep, then waist-deep, and finally submerge to their crowns in the swirling current. What was once solid ground becomes a labyrinth of waterways, and the landscape is reborn. Plants and animals have learned to thrive in this ever-shifting world. Trees, like the giant kapok and rubber, send roots deep and wide, anchoring themselves against the pull of the current. Some, like the achai palm, release their fruit during the flood, letting the water carry their seeds far and wide. Epiphytes cling to branches high above, safe from the rising tide, while floating mats of vegetation drift with the flow, creating new islands with each passing year. For the creatures of the Amazon, adaptation is a way of life. Pink river dolphins glide between the trunks of sunken forests, hunting for fish that have followed the floodwaters inland. Agile monkeys leap from branch to branch, never touching the water below, while sloths cling to the highest limbs, waiting for the waters to recede. Fish, like the tambaqui, feast on fallen fruit, their powerful jaws cracking open nuts that tumble from the canopy. As the rains subside and the river retreats, a new transformation begins. Flooded forests slowly re-emerge, their trunks coated in a layer of rich silt. Fish retreat to deeper channels, while turtles and frogs lay their eggs in the muddy shallows left behind. Plants burst forth with flowers and new leaves, racing to take advantage of the sun before the next flood arrives. Through these endless cycles of rise and fall, the Amazon breathes. Every creature, every plant is tuned to the rhythm of the waters, adapting, surviving and flourishing in a dance as old as the forest itself. In this land of perpetual change, resilience is the key to life, and the story of the Amazon is written anew with every season.